Hello, my beautiful luminaries. It is that time of year again, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, and Blessed Samhain. Once again, the wheel of the year has turned and has brought us back to one of my favorite points in the year, the point where we're moving through autumn and into winter, going inward. It makes me think of like a bear hibernating, going in and having that really deep, restful, and protective sleep. It is a time for us to go within, to deal with our shadows and heal and celebrate ourselves in the way that we excel and working on the areas that we need some polish. Also, during this time of the year, the veil is the thinnest, so this may be a time for a lot of you all who may have intuitive abilities. You might be receiving messages, kind of intuitive nudges, hunches, gut instincts, that sort of thing. And that's what leads me sort of to the reading that I'm doing today for. I just heard the Season of the Witch. Take it as it resonates. There's two songs that have been on repeat in my mind for the last 2 days. And the first one is by Lord Huron. And the lyric is, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you." And the second song is by the Belfuries. And the song is, "I know you don't want me, so why do you haunt me?" Now, the energy may not, I'm trying to hear what it's saying. The energy may not use those lyrics verbatim, but the feeling is there. The haunted feeling, the feeling that there is an energy connected to you that perhaps you haven't seen in a really long time, you haven't spoken to in a really long time, you haven't been connected to in a really long time, but they have existed in your life for some time. It lingers. It's the haunting energy is probably the most apt to describe it, because you can't see them and maybe you're not even speaking to them, but you can feel them. It's a lingering energy. Now, there's one other thing that went along with those songs, and I'll get the quote. I did a quick write down on it during my premeditation, but I'll be using two decks. This is the deck that I'm going to use to describe what your person might be feeling during this Halloween or Blessed Samhain season, and then the other one is kind of internally, what are things that they want to do and what actions that they may take. We will get to that, but the last part of this energy that I'm feeling is a quote that has kind of been sitting in the back of my mind for a while, and it seems to go along with this kind of haunting, lingering energy. And so I'll just read it, and I'll change the wording around so it includes like all walks of life. But it says it's like this energy. It gets close, and then it starts to panic. Like it craves connection, and then it creates distance. The energy says it wants love or closeness, but then it fears what it requires, and it says, this energy says it misses you, but then it doesn't reach out, it doesn't call, it doesn't text, that sort of thing. It feels lonely. This energy feels lonely, yes, but then it avoids intimacy. It wants peace, but it oftentimes chases chaos. And it seems like it pushes away things that could possibly heal it, situations and people, environments that could heal it. So that is a lot. That is a lot going into this reading. There's a lingering energy that kind of comes in and fades out. And again, with the haunting energy, with that little quote blurb that I wrote in meditation that I know I've heard from someplace. I think the spiritual or life coach, it was, last name was Tynell or something like that. But also I'm hearing ghosting. So this person, friend or romantic interest, may have popped in and out of your life. So take it as it resonates. we're going to get into it to kind of see what this person might be feeling, what's going on in their life, and then we'll use some cards to clarify. Okay. Whoa. Well, where'd that go? I don't know if you could see that, but I'm going to have to put this down because the card just flew off the table. It'll be the first card in the read because it was so eager to come out. So what is this person feeling? They're feeling devil energy. It's like their inner voice, quite literally the little devil that sits on the shoulders, on their shoulder, is stopping them from doing what they want out of fear, out of shame, out of guilt. But at the same time, because this energy seems to linger, and again, I'm hearing those lyrics, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. I know you don't want me, so then why do you haunt me? It's almost like as if I'm looking at two sides of a story. One side of the story, which kind of feels like this devil energy, this one that's kind of being hindered, being chained down by this feeling, saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. While collective, you might be thinking, I know you don't want me, so then why do you haunt me? It's like two sides of this connection. One wanting to reach out or wanting connection or wanting to rebuild, or I'm hearing retrofit. It could be that this connection, whatever it is, friendship or love, like romantic love, I feel like they want somehow to repair. And I keep hearing retrofit. Like, this makes me feel like this is a connection that has already been a connection before. Like maybe you've dated before, or you were best friends before, and somehow there is separation. Somehow this energy that lingers around isn't just anybody energy. This is someone that's profound, which is why I say it's like a love, or maybe a best friend that you lost touch with. And this energy, this person is in this kind of devil energy of like self-doubt. Self-doubt. And I'm getting the image of someone having a hard time sleeping. But on the flip side of it, there's like a passion. God, it's really kind of, it's really kind of tug of war with this person. I mean, as outlined by the that quote that I had just wrote. Oh, not that I wrote. I wrote it down, the quote that I read. Where someone like craves loves, but they're afraid of intimacy or what it requires to really get close and really feel that love. Gosh, okay, let's see. What else is this person feeling? So I have two cards that came out. So the first one here is the Queen of Pentacles. Now I won't show this up close because it is a tasteful, artistic rendition of the female form, and YouTube for some reason doesn't like that. But here's the thing: it's like this person is having a lot of self-doubt. And I just heard, oh, this is so weird. I just heard that this person has self-doubt and shame, and they have moments where they almost get frustrated at the object of their affection. Again, this is from the standpoint of the energy that's lingering about. Now, as we move forward, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This energy is warm, devoted, structured, something that someone that wants to put roots in the ground and see it grow. They create stability. They are grounded. They birth new life. And it doesn't always have to mean like pregnancy, although in this situation there may have been pregnancy energy, but more specifically, it feels like this Queen of Pentacles stands for an energy of like birthing a new chapter. So for me, looking at this looks like this person has been in kind of the throes of, self-doubt and like shame and guilt, and sometimes even frustration at the object of their attention. I wanted to say the object of their desire, but I don't know whether or not this is truly a romantic reading, but it is a deep connection. This is something that has been, like I said, lingering around for a while, and I'm talking years. You would know what I'm talking about. They want so much to be part of this energy, to be part of this grounded energy, or to have this grounded energy in their life. And it's almost like a so close and yet so far kind of energy. Let's see what we have here. Then we have the Justice card. So if we're looking at it from a like sign standpoint, we have Capricorn. We have what for me I see as very Taurian energy, as well as Capricorn energy again. And then we have Libra energy. So we have Capricorn, possibly Capricorn again, and Libra. So if those things mean something to you, let it do what it does. Let it activate you and kind of help you navigate your inner world and your situation. But with this Justice card, this is about getting what's owed to you and doing the right thing. It's about balancing. The universe always wants to balance out situations. It doesn't have any other agenda other than balancing, right? And so with the Devil card and the Queen of Pentacles, this person feels like there's lots of second guessing themselves, shame or guilt, maybe at times even frustration, but there also is like this passion about wanting so badly to be connected, to reconnect with this grounding energy. Like this is very, soft, warm, devoted, grounded, birthing new ideas and abundance, building a future for the long haul. It's like this is what this energy wants. But for some reason, something is holding them back. I don't know what's holding them back, but something is. But the want to connect is there. And then the Justice card pops up. And here's where I think this energy has an issue with going back and forth, back and forth. They want to do what's right for this Queen of Pentacles energy. And I believe that for some, not all, and not all the time, sometimes this energy thinks, I'm going to connect with them. And sometimes this energy thinks they would be better off without my energy. This is why I don't know what to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. This person really isn't sure how to proceed. And on the other end of the connection, there is if you don't want, or I know you don't want me, so why do you haunt me? Because if this person is doing this kind of back and forth, that's coming forward and pulling back, it's kind of always lingering and hovering like a ghost. It like comes in and goes away, or that term ghosting. So it's almost like they don't want to come forward because of the fact that they want to do the right thing by their Queen of Pentacles. Gender's not important. It's just the energy. So sometimes it's, I want to do right by the situation. And so I want to come forward and make those amends, to repair, to retrofit an existing connection. But at the same time, sometimes they think, you know what, the best course of action is just to stay away because I would only hurt them. But at the same time, I feel like that's just hurting themselves. So let's keep going. What other energy do we have connected to that? So, oh boy. Well, we have the Three of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is not easy for this person. Goodness, they want to be close. They want to come in. They want to connect. They want to do the right thing, but sometimes the right thing in their mind changes. Sometimes the right thing is to come forward and to tell the truth and say, here's where I came up short and I'm sorry. Here's where, I was hurt. Here's how I know I hurt you. Here's how I really, really want to work together so we can build, retrofit, and repair. And sometimes what's they think is best is just to stay away. But either way, it's hard for them. Like the Three of Swords, this is some deep pain. And I'm not trying to marginalize your experience either. I feel, collective, you have gone through the very same level of pain. I'm not sure if this person knows that though. I think they are here in this kind of devil energy where they experience the pain, the shame, the guilt, at times frustration, also passion. I'm also getting some like desire, like some sassy desire. With that, so I don't know. Again, I keep saying it could be previous love, or it could be friendship, or maybe it was somewhere in between. Maybe it was undefined. Maybe this is why this person's kind of back and forth. They don't know whether or not they can be your friend, or if they can only be your lover, or you know what I mean. Like, I feel like this person has lots of confusion. But the one thing they're not confused about is how they feel about you. It's not how they feel about you that is the issue. It's what they're supposed to do now that they've recognized how important you are in their life. That realization was painful. I feel like they had to, I heard it felt like they kind of had to fall on their face a couple of times. And I just want to say it again. I'm not putting the tension on them just because I feel like, oh, poor them, they're in a lot of pain. I know that this is mirrored. I can feel it. Because otherwise, why would I have these two songs coming out? One, I don't know what to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. And the other side of the equation or the connection is, I know you don't want me, so why do you haunt me? The one that's saying, I know you don't want me, so why do you haunt me? Is like, you keep leaving, you keep ghosting, you keep coming in and out of my life, you keep hot and cold, you linger, but you never come forward. So if you don't want me, why do you keep haunting me? Like that. So it isn't just them that's in pain, but this is what we're talking about in the reading. It's supposed to be about your person, but we'll likely have to get some energy from you too, because I feel like your energy keeps pushing forward to be like, me too. Me too. I feel this too. So the other card that came out with that Three of Swords is the Six of Wands. They want progression. They want success with this connection. Again, whether or not it's romantic or platonic is up to you, entirely up to you. But they just want happiness. Let's get some clarification on, so this is what they're feeling. What is their internal thoughts? And then we'll go into what y'all are feeling, because this Me Too energy, this I feel it too. They're not the only one. I'm over here feeling all the weight of this as well. So can I get some clarification on the Devil card? Tell me more about the Devil card. Oh, we have two. Okay, so we have three. Well, I already looked at this one. So do I want to take all of them? Because that's a lot. Okay, no. I'm being told to put it back in. Okay. Can I get clarification on the Devil card? More clarification on the Devil card, or why is the Devil card here? The Moon. The Moon is about uncertainty, about mystery, the unknown. I just heard, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. I don't know what to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. I'm not, I don't see how I haven't gotten the hangman yet, but it feels like one of the main reasons why they're in such, like, such, like, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Such difficult, there we go, such difficult energy. Where there's like frustration, but then there's guilt, and then there's shame, and then there's longing, and there's passion, and there's desire. This person feels so much for you. Again, I can't tell if this person was once a lover or was once a friend or something in the middle, like a situationship, or maybe they were a friend who wanted to be a lover, or a lover who was only a friend at one point. I can't tell. You will know who this is though. The reason why they're feeling this devil energy is because they are uncertain of the future. They're uncertain how to come forward. They're uncertain whether or not you will accept the want to rebuild, to repair, to retrofit the situation. There's so much unknown that I almost feel like this person is frozen in place. And in that frozen in place, they really are hard on themselves. They really are. Can I get some more clarification on this Queen of Pentacles and why is it here? Queen of Pentacles is here because the Four of Cups. There's nobody else that they want to be with. It almost feels like there have been other opportunities for love. Let me move these up because I'm going to have to have enough room for both of you guys. The Four of Cups is like they've had opportunities to be with other people. And perhaps they have been. Maybe they've had other friends, other close friends, but nothing ever quite measured to you. So I almost feel like there's a little bit of disinterest with other serious connections because you were constantly lingering in their mind too. You kind of are the end-all be-all for them. Whatever it is. I want to say it's lovers, but I don't know. The energy is so kind of, I have to say it feels a little chaotic. It's like you once were friends and then became lovers, or maybe it was a situationship, or maybe they were a friend who wanted to be a lover, or a lover who then became a friend and then didn't want to be in that space anymore. It just feels very kind of like muggy or blurry. So with the Justice card, tell me why the Justice card is here. Then we have the Eight of Wands. This is oh my goodness. So the Justice card is here because it's about doing the right thing. This is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse is about messages, about communication, about quick communication. And so what we have in that first row is this person wanting to come forward, having no idea how to do it or what to say or whether or not you would accept it or whether or not you even want it, whether or not you would push them away or be angry at them or laugh in their face or scold them. They don't know how you're going to be. And sometimes the right thing to do in the situation for them inside says, I need to come forward. I need to share my truth. I need to apologize. I need to express how I know I hurt them or how they hurt me. And I want to move forward amicably. I want to rebuild, regrow, retrofit, repair. And at the same time, they also think sometimes the best thing to do is just to not come forward because, quote, they're probably better off without me, unquote. So the idea of messaging them, of messaging you, stepping forward with a message, is delayed. Like they keep delaying reaching out. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has written text messages that have remained unsent. I wouldn't be surprised if this person lays in their room, looking up at the ceiling, listening to music and just thinking about, what do I say? How would this play out? Would they be mad? I wouldn't be surprised if this person wakes up in the middle of the night and, checks their phone in the hopes that you messaged them first. or that they dream about you. Like there's so much, like I'm hearing cerebral energy, and it's underneath the Justice card. That is an air sign. That's Libra. That is the scales that's constantly weighing between one or the other, messaging you, coming forward or not. Tell me more about the Three of Swords, or why the Three of Swords is here. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Swords is defined by the Three of Pentacles. Honestly, this hurts my heart. There is so much pain in this situation, so much sadness, so much heartbreak. And yet, all this person really wants to do internally, like if they were to dig down deep in themselves and to pull up the truest truth that ever truth for them, all they really want to do is be able to rebuild, repair, and retrofit with you. They really want to kind of work together. But I feel like this devil energy is just riding shotgun. Not even riding shotgun. This devil energy had literally sitting behind the wheel, and this person's energy is like, gagged in the trunk of the car. Like this energy is driving the car. And sometimes it's really hard for them to kind of get control of that car again, proverbially. It's like it's like a mix of anxiety and want and need and desire and passion, but also fear and frustration. That's a lot. This person is going through a lot. Okay, so for last set of cards, Six of Wands, defined by and or why is the Six of Wands here? So then we have the Ace of Pentacles. They want happiness. They want success. They want to have a new, stable beginning. They want a chance to really build something, not just romantic, but that Ace of Pentacles to me is like a version of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is, to me, is like offering love, just love and passion. With the Ace of Wands, that's passion and desire. So Ace of Cups is love and passion, and this is love and stability. So it's not even that they want to offer like a cup of love. Yes, they do, but it's they want to offer something that is loving and long term, something that will be in their life for a really long time. And yet there's this kind of in, out, back and forth, hot and cold energy, because they feel a little lost. I think there is a real fear about how you will react. Now you, as I've said before, you can make the decision, obviously, that you want. I'm just telling you how they feel. You ultimately will make the decision as you want it. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and do a spread down here for kind of complementary. This is where they're at right now. Okay, this kind of lingering energy, this kind of on their end. I don't know what to do. I'm haunted by the ghost of you. Like they want to come forward, but God, is it hard for them. So let's do your energy now. This is the energy of, or I just heard the perceived energy, or the perceived song lyric of, I know you don't want me, so why do you haunt me? But we just heard right now from them that they do. It's not a matter of love. It's not a matter of connection. It's not a matter of how important you are. They're just terrified about, maybe there's a past behavior that they have to be held accountable or take accountability for and take responsibility for. They're terrified about judgment. They're scared about what you'll say, how you'll feel, how you'll react, whether you'll accept it, whether you'll laugh in their face or you'll yell at them or hang up on them. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't necessarily about them not caring about you. It's them not knowing how to approach, and that not knowing how to approach has them frozen. So let's see for collective. Tell me how the collective is feeling. Well, let me see where we're at right now. I know this is probably going to be a longer reading, but it's all right. It's pretty long already, but we're going to keep on going. Okay. Tell me what my beautiful luminaries are going through currently. Okay, so first card, and this one wants to come out, so I will take that one. First card, what are y'all doing? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, I want to say is almost, it feels almost perfect for the, I don't want to say the rebuttal energy, but the, on the opposite side of the coin, on the opposite side of the spectrum, on the opposite side of the aisle, if you will. Queen of Swords is someone who has experienced a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of life lessons, and yet they are still open to more experiences. They are discerning. They are careful about who they share their energy with. They are only accepting of people who move with purpose and integrity. So as you can see, this queen, gender does not matter. It is the energy. This queen or this person is holding a hand out saying, I am open to new experiences, new beginnings, repairing, retrofitting, that sort of thing. But I'm also here with this giant sword drawing healthy boundaries. I've learned to love myself through all this pain and through all these hardships that I've had. This is where the collective, my luminaries, this is where you all are at. You are standing in your power, not ignoring the pain that you've had before, healing that pain, looking it in the eye and saying, yeah, I'm human and I've gone through some shit, but I've made it, and I'm still willing to have these experiences, these beautiful, wonderful experiences, provided that the person, the energy that's coming forward is purposeful and with integrity. Then we have the Hangman. Oh, I thought the Hangman was going to come for this energy up there, but here we are. And I think for you, collective, my luminaries, this energy is not necessarily not knowing what to do, but you don't know what that energy is doing. You're trying to look at it from another perspective. As we hear, the Hangman is often referred to as looking at it from another perspective. So, standing in your power and learning from past lessons and past mistakes, past hurts, you recognize that perhaps this energy that's kind of waffling in and out of your life is wounded, is hurt, is lost, isn't sure how to come forward. You're trying to see it from their perspective. However, understanding their hurt and understanding where it comes from doesn't excuse the behavior. It only says you understand why they have that way of being or coping mechanism, or kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can understand and be gentle with that, but it doesn't excuse their behavior, especially if they've hurt you or they have made you feel anything less than worthy, or that you were disposable, because every time they come in and say, I love you, or I want to be with you, or you're my best friend and you mean the world to me and I've always got your back, and then they disappear, they are undermining everything that they're saying. Their words are saying one thing while their actions are saying another. Their words are saying one thing while their actions say, hey, what I just told you about being in love or being my best friend and I've always got your back just means that it makes you feel like you're disposable. So this is what I mean by when the Queen of Swords is in her power. She's like, look, or rather, because it's not gender, it's like they are saying, look, I've learned a lot from all my messes. I said messes, but I meant to say lessons, but let's be real, we're human. From all my messes, all my lessons, all my hurts, all my experiences. And I'm also learned to love myself and draw these boundaries. I'm trying to see it from your perspective. And just because I can understand where it comes from doesn't mean that it excuses the behavior that you still need to take accountability and responsibility for. Let's see what else the collective is feeling. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So Four of Pentacles in reverse means you're coming up out of healing. This is what I see it as, especially with the way that the cards are going. This is coming up out of healing. With the Queen of Swords energy saying, I've learned from my lessons, my messes, my experiences, my hurts, my pains, my joys, my life. I've learned the lessons that life has provided for me. And I've learned to see it from a different perspective. Even if I can understand the feeling doesn't mean that it excuses the behavior. And so I'm coming up out of healing. And when I say coming up out of healing, collective, I do get the feeling that perhaps maybe you spent some time like guarding yourself and where some people say that they're protecting their peace and they're drawing healthy boundaries. Sometimes it goes to an extreme and they build a wall and they isolate. But I don't think that's where you're at. I think with this Four of Pentacles in reverse, you're no longer hiding yourself away. You're no longer healing in isolation. You're actually starting to blossom and grow. This may even be that like you are moving into a new relationship, or maybe you're newly single, or maybe you're thinking about getting on a dating app. Or if this is more like a friendship, a friendship themed or energetic reading, then perhaps you want to join a new collective. Maybe you want to reach out and make friends in different avenues and different fields and different interests. The main thing though that I get from this is you're done hiding yourself away. You're ready to move out and experience life, whether or not this energy wants to linger in the sidelines or come forward. If it comes forward, you're like, hey, let's talk about this. If you're here with honesty, integrity, consistency, and dependability, let's talk. But if you're not, then I have these healthy boundaries. I've learned to love myself. I can understand where you're coming from, but you still need to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. And I'm ready to experience life, whatever that means. Like you want to find life and joy and happiness. Eight of Cups. So it looks like you're walking away from a situation from the past that was disappointing, and moving towards a new beginning. So like I literally just said, maybe you left a relationship and you were thinking about putting yourself on like a dating app or making friends in new fields, new interests, new hobbies, new teams, new collectives. This Eight of Cups right here is telling me that you, collective, my luminaries, are moving away from something like that chapter's closed. Again, it could be an old job. Maybe, broke from a relationship, or maybe you got a divorce. Maybe you and a friend, parted ways amicably, like you just grew apart. It's like you're walking away from an old chapter of your life, whatever it is. And you're ready to embark on something new, and it's on the horizon. It's going to take some time to get there and to build, but you're looking forward to the experience and the joy of creating something new. Then we have Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be, depending on the cards around it, it can be conflict, But the way that I see it here, it's not necessarily conflict, but it's almost like, I think about it as like energetic sparring. When I was a kid, for like a summer or two, at like the local parks and rec place, they offered like martial arts for the kids over the summer. And then you got to like spar with people to practice your skill. So it wasn't necessarily that you were fighting, but you were using the techniques that you learned in connection with someone that you're using them with. So it almost feels like, with everything that you've gone through, collective, the lessons that you've learned, seeing it from others' perspectives while still expecting them to hold accountability and responsibility for the things that they've done or said, you're coming up out of healing. You're thinking about maybe, joining a new collective, getting on a dating app, because you've walked away from an old chapter and you're moving forward. Everything that you've learned here, you're putting it into practice here with the Five of Wands, energetic sparring. Sometimes that's going to require you be met with people who are going to test those boundaries. The universe is likely going to send you tests of your boundaries, and you have to hold firm. It's not being rude. You're just not actively trying to make someone else comfortable for their benefit instead of your own. You're holding healthy boundaries. You will be, given a chance to connect with other people energetically. Will you allow yourself this joy, this opportunity to open yourself up to people who maybe could be an addition, a happy addition to your life, because they're there to teach you something and you there to teach them something. So in this Five of Wands, even though I know in numerology fives tend to be a little bit more difficult, for me in this moment, it's more about utilizing the lessons that you've learned in your life, because at this point the universe is going to start bringing you things to test you, to be like, have you learned how to hold your boundaries? Have you learned radical self-love? Have you really learned from these lessons? So let's get some clarification about what you want to do with these things. So tell me what the collective is thinking or feeling. Thinking or feeling, or why the Queen of Swords is here. Okay, these are new cards, so they're a little bit stiff. Okay, so we have 4 cards, but I'll take the one that's facing up, which is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups defines and clarifies the Queen of Swords. This just confirms to me what I was saying earlier, where the Queen of Swords learned a lot, has gone through a lot of pain, but it has defined her. It's not crushed her. Her experiences, her learning, her empowering herself by transmuting her trauma into powerful vulnerability and self-love and strength, that doesn't wound her, that crowns her. And I say her because it's a queen, but it doesn't matter the gender. This person has learned a lot. Their life experience has been hard. Their situations have been hard, but they've learned, they've grown, they've loved, they love themselves, and all those things make them beautifully unique and crown them. And that's why I say this Knight of Cups means that they're open and they are willing and ready to take action towards love or an emotional connection. New best friend, new team, new hobby, or new romantic love. Can I get clarification for the Hangman, or why it's here? Okay, so then we have, what is this? It says the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is defining the Hangman, which is seeing things from another perspective. And again, like I said, just because you can see something from another perspective, or you can see someone's reason for why they acted a certain way or said certain things, doesn't mean it excuses their behavior and their need to take responsibility or accountability. And having that kind of mindset leads to security. I just heard secure attachment style. I just heard people with secure attachment styles understand why people do the things they do, but they still expect them to step up and take responsibility and accountability for the things that they've done and said that have hurt others and or themselves. That kind of thinking leads to real stability, long-lasting stability. If you can show up for yourself and hold those healthy boundaries, at the same time being able to express how you feel, I mean, that's a key to success. Most relationships, whether they be platonic, familial, professional, most relationships get strained and often break or snap because of miscommunication. Communication is an incredibly good tool, one you should always invest in. And communication just means also for yourself, knowing how to, I know how to say talk to yourself sounds a little strange, but knowing how to look within yourself, that's a form of communication. Okay, so why is the Four of Pentacles here? Clarification for the collective. Oh, there's too many. Okay. Oh, there we go. So the Four of Pentacles in reverse is you coming up out of healing and no longer kind of finding peace in isolation or healing in isolation. It's time to come out and experience the world and put to use the things that you've learned. And the clarification for that is the Ace of Wands. This is a great, it literally is saying this is a great time to take that action. A decisive, passionate action. Whether or not you want to join that new collective, get on that dating website, meet new people, both platonic or romantic. Create new beginnings for yourself, passionate new beginnings. I really feel like something about right now in October, moving into November for you collective, this is a great time for you to do this. I'm feeling really strongly Aries energy and Sagittarian energy. It just popped into my head now, so if that means anything to you. So Eight of Cups. Clarification of Eight of Cups, or why is Eight of Cups here? What's it try to help us understand? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is defined by the sun. I said, moving away from an old chapter in your life to move towards happiness, to move towards something better, closing an old chapter in your life to move towards something new and great. Confirmation of that. Collective, you are in a beautiful place right now. It really feels like, that's not to say that you haven't had your fair share of shit and the hardships, but you haven't let it weigh you down. Again, that's not to say that you didn't struggle, that you didn't work your ass off to get to where you are. I commend you. Like I said over here, the things that you have gone through, the messes that you've encountered, the experiences that you've lived, the hurt and pain that you've endured, the joy that you felt, all of those experiences don't weigh you down. They crown you. They show you your resiliency. This is a beautiful reading. This is good, collective. My luminaries, this feels so good for you. Now, the Five of Wands, this is the universe testing you, like that energetic sparring like I was talking about. This, like I said, I know in numerology, fives can be a little bit difficult, and maybe some of the lessons that the universe has in store to you in order to verify or to help you understand that you are in a new version of yourself by presenting you with challenges is necessary for you to realize, hey, I've grown from where I was. I don't cave. I don't fold. I don't, doubt myself when these things come up anymore. I have radical self-love. and I'm ready to utilize the lessons that I learned. So, having said that, what more clarification do we have for Five of Wands? Oh, we have two. Take the top one. Okay. So we have Judgment. It is your calling. I'm going to put this one at the bottom of the deck, and we'll see what it comes up with later. It is your calling. Judgment, this is your calling. This is something you, collective, I'm so sorry. You may feel like you found the path that you're supposed to be What? Sorry. My words got so mixed up. You may feel like you've found the path that you're supposed to be walking. There we go. And maybe you don't have an end goal in sight, but wherever you are right now, you feel good about where you're at. You feel good about what you've accomplished. And yet, this is not to put like the kibosh or to poo-poo on what this beautiful stuff that you've accomplished. And yet you're asking the question through this song lyric. If you don't want me, why do you haunt me? So bottom of the deck. We just put that card that came out with this one. The bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands energy tends to be a little bit defensive. It can mean having to stand up to defend yourself and others against outside forces. Could be friends, family, or whatever. So it may be, collective, that you took the time to defend this person and their actions to other friends, to your family, to your coworkers, whatever. If this person here is a previous lover or previous best friend or something in between, but someone who is connected to you that kind of waffles in and out of your life, you've defended them against your friends or families or the onlookers who had something to say. Maybe the onlookers talking about this were like, you should just leave them. Like, leave them alone. Stop talking to them. Stop investing in them. You know, if they were your best friend, they wouldn't pop in and out of your life like that. If they truly loved you, they would stay. If they truly want to be with you, they would just be with you. They wouldn't play this game. I feel like you've defended them. And hence the reason why, if you don't want me, why do you haunt me? You spend all this time defending this person, but internally, you're like, if you don't want me, why do you keep popping in and out of my life? I'm going to cut the deck. The Five of Swords. I'm cutting the deck to see why this person... This was their energy for this person, or for other. This energy right here, the defensive energy, is you defending them against people who maybe don't understand your connection. This energy is them to you. And Five of Swords is self-sabotage. So you're defending the integrity of this connection, this love, this understanding against other people, and they tend to self-sabotage. Okay, so bottom of the deck for this one. What is it that Spirit wants you to do? Bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles. Stop putting yourself out in the cold like that. Stop subjecting yourself to other people to defend this person. Stop doing that. Focus on you. Every time you defend this person and their behavior, every time you defend this person and their behavior to your friends and family, you are abandoning yourself. They have a journey to go through, whatever it is. They need to sort their life out. You focus on you. what the Spirit want this person to understand. Knight of Wands. They need to take some action. Now is the time. This is Knight of Wands. This is fire and fire energy. Double fire energy on this Knight of Wands. Spirit is good. I'm hearing Spirit saying, it's about fucking time. That's what I'm hearing. Might not be Spirit, but it's one of my guides. It's about time. So, just as a recap, okay? This is a recap. Ooh, fire, be careful. This person is in their head about whether or not they need to whether or not they should come forward because they're worried about your reaction. It is not about they don't love you or they don't care about you or they don't cherish the connection. They are terrified about shame, guilt, judgment, what you'll say, if you'll laugh at them, or you'll yell at them, what's the right thing to do. They're afraid of the intimacy of really getting close. You over here understand why they act the way they do, but just because you understand doesn't mean that it excuses their behavior. You are coming up out of healing. You want to leave behind old chapters. You want to start something new and fresh. You have an open hand, wanting to offer the openness of experience, but also are holding hard boundaries, saying, just because I'm holding hard boundary doesn't mean I'm being cruel. It just means I'm not actively trying to make you comfortable. I'm trying to worry about me and you take care of you. Spirit says, or bottom of the deck, you tend to defend this person. You have a coworker, a best friend, parents, other people interested in you saying, why do you put up with this? You defend them. Spirit is saying, stop doing that. Because every time you defend them for their behavior, you're abandoning yourself. Focus on yourself. They have their own journey. You have yours. For them, when it comes to you, they self-sabotage. They want to be with you, and yet they always get in their own way. They let their self-worth get a hold of them, their low self-worth get a hold of them. They tell themselves a narrative that you don't want to hear from them, or whatever it may be. It's self-sabotage energy. What Spirit is saying they need to do is take action. Now is the time. I almost hear it's long overdue. Take action now. Sort your life out, whatever it is. Okay, so sorry this reading was so long, but I am still going to get some oracle cards, just like closing cards, because it's a lot. Honestly, a lot. But, as we move through Blessed Samhain, the veil thins tonight, and depending on where you are in the world, of course. Let me just go get some oracles. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm being told I need to get some love oracles because they want to say something specifically. Okay, so let's see. What are some things that they want to say? What are some things that they want to say? I can't stop thinking about you. I want to tell you how I feel. I'm starting to understand our connection. I believe I even said that they're starting to understand how they feel. They're starting to, I think I said that. I hope I said that. Sometimes stuff comes through and there's a lot of it, and I'm not sure if I actually said it, but they're starting to understand the importance of this connection. Sorry if it sounds far away. I'm looking at my oracles because I do feel Spirit wants a message to you. This here is from them to you, collective. This right here that I'm going to put down. This spirit wants to say something to you. So let me get something. Yes. Okay. What does spirit suggest the collective? Oops, well, one fell on the floor. We'll take this one. Glow up. Take a day to spoil yourself. If it makes you feel beautiful, then do it. Love that. It's a treat yourself day. Take yourself out on a date. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over. Okay. All right. What else does Spirit want you to know? Kindness. Be guided by your heart. Let go of logic and rationality. So let your heart guide you. Now, okay. This is just me being me. I wouldn't say, for me personally, don't let go of logic and rationality. Always have that in your back pocket. Always. But understand that kindness doesn't cost anything. Like here, where the hangman, you understand where this person is coming from. But just because you understand where they're coming from doesn't mean it excuses their behavior. So you can move forward in communication and in life with kindness while at the same time holding those boundaries. Sorry, I just had to interject my little bit there. Sorry. I felt guided to tell you. And one more thing. One more card. Well, there's two. So we'll take both. So then we have just be. Allow yourself to be. You don't have to prove a damn thing. Confidence will flow into you when you are divinely you. Ooh, I like that. I love that. And then the last one is speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. And that sounds like something that would resonate personally to someone watching this reading. But that is what I have today for the Halloween All Hallows Eve Blessed Samhain reading. I know it was long. I'm really sorry it was long, but it felt like it needed to be said. There's a lot going on here. I hope this helped someone have perspective, that it confirmed feelings or validated your feelings in whatever way. And I hope it finds you well. And have fun today. And I will see you at the next reading.